Tonight's DJ and TV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, Newmark, and DJ and TV Insiders.
Hello, welcome to Creating Connections Podcast, episode 156. I'm Vickie Musni.
Hi, I'm Mitch Taylor.
Thank you so much for joining us. Today is the day that Mitch is going to share a personal story.
So it's kind of a customer service story, and specifically what to do. You know, when we're in sales, you can be very leery, if you will, of other salespeople.
So you've got a story of when someone successfully sold to you?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't wait. That was nice and easy.
What are you talking about? This also speaks to a much bigger issue.
Providing personal solutions through understanding people. This is the Creating Connections Podcast with Gitomer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor and Certified Personality Trainer Vickie Musni.
Welcome back to Creating Connections, episode 156. It's story time with Mitch.
So today I'm going to share with you an amazing customer service story and an amazing sales story as well. And I think it's important that we understand and examine the full sales process here of how this went down. So recently I was searching for a product for tailored weddings, my wedding business. And I can't begin to tell you how frustrated I was in finding this particular product, like needle in a haystack frustrated. Now, the salesperson in this case didn't go in depth in regards to that, but that is also a crucial element to the story of why I ended up finally saying yes. So let's talk about this. Basically, I've been looking for this product, and then finally I find it. So then I go deeper and try to find, who has actually had this product for sale. And I find this company, and I'm like, well, I got a phone number here. I've got an email address. There's a contact form. Okay, I'll just send them a contact form. And this company is in Central Time Zone. Mind you, I am typing in their contact form at about 8:45 in the morning Eastern time, which is 7:45 in the morning Central time.
So before typical business day.
Correct. Yes. Okay.
I'm still in bed at that hour, I'm sure.
Type, send. Okay, cool.
Now what?
Then I get a Facebook message from a friend of mine on another project that we're working together on. I hop on the phone with him. It's literally 3 minutes after I hit send on the contact form. My business line is ringing from that number.
Nice.
In Central Time Zone of the place I just contacted. I'm like, holy crap. Like, that is great customer service.
That was quick, yeah.
After that, he calls my cell phone. Because I have my cell phone on my business line voicemail, obvious. Yes. So he calls my cell phone. So I let it go. I wrap up my conversation with my friend on the other business thing we're working on. And I call him back. And we get into a conversation. And the conversation was quite interesting.
And this is not a salesperson that you had a relationship before?
No.
Not a vendor that you knew?
No.
Okay. Just
not at all.
Asking the clarifying questions so I make sure I'm picturing the story.
No relationship. Didn't know the guy from Adam. Wouldn't know him if he walked in the door right now.
Okay.
And it was very simple. we talked. He asked what I was interested in. I told him. I said, I'm looking for pricing. He gives me a number. And I'm like, well, I found them online at another place for like $190. And his pricing was $250 a unit.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, well, those have to be different. Mine are this, and they're made this way, and I'm the exclusive supplier because I make these myself here in my factory. Okay. So he goes into the whole process of why his is better. And not to mention, he's throwing in a free item as well inside of the purchase of the product, which is kind of cool. So then he's like, I would love to know what else is out there and where you're getting that price point from. Okay.
Okay.
So I told him, I said, well, I'm happy to share it with you. Like, I got nothing to hide. Like, I'll share it with you.
You were just doing some research. I'm
doing some research. This is what I got. But how he continued the conversation is important to understand here. And we kept it going. And then I went back and looked, and I went through my history in Chrome, whatever, and I pulled up the history and found, I said, oh, here it is, and I gave it to him. So I said, well, let me talk to my partner. I went one-legged on him. And I said, let me talk to my partner and see what I can do, And so, and it was great from a standpoint of, okay, cool. This is exactly, what I want. And I decided, okay, I got to decide when I'm going to pull the trigger on this thing, right?
Mm-hmm. But so you knew you wanted it.
Oh yeah, this is something I've been searching for a while. You were already convinced,
though, that it was different than the other option that was similar.
Well, I was convinced it was probably different.
Okay.
Not 100%.
Okay.
They had a couple differences that I could see online on the product point.
Okay.
So I'm deciding at that point, okay, is it worth it to save a little bit of money? We're talking like $60 a unit, which I need 10 of these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's $600.
That's significant.
It's enough where it's causes me pause, right? Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I went one-legged on him and the conversation. About 20 minutes later, I get a phone call from him again. He did more research.
Interesting.
On the company that was supplying, because he's like, I was curious. Mm-hmm. I wanted to know. And then he went into the whole distributorship, wholesaler, that kind of thing, okay. What he deals with, how he's a supplier for these major other companies and things like that. Not to get too deep in this, but and how he's handling customer service with them and things like that, and yada yada yada. So anyway, bottom line, he cared. He cared enough to make the phone call and do some more research on my behalf, and not only just my behalf, but his behalf. Right? It really was for him.
Yeah, well, because he's trying to be an honest salesperson too.
Yes.
He wants to be able to speak intelligently about how what he offers compares to what else is out there.
Yes, absolutely. So from that standpoint, it was pretty funny, and we got into conversation and got deeper. And he goes, well, clearly this is what you want. This is what you should be looking for. He didn't talk down about his competitors.
That's huge.
But he explained the difference. And I think, myself included, sometimes we need to be more confident in what we provide, the difference in what we provide, and just stick your ground, if you will. Mm-hmm. If you want quality, you're going to have to pay for quality.
Yeah.
And he had an item that could be viewed as it's obviously a tangible item.
Yeah, which is different than a service.
Correct.
It's a thing.
But he's one of the few that makes it, if you will. There's only about 2 or 3 people that make
I
these.
mean, what you said a second ago was I think really, really important, that he could speak about his product that he offers with confidence without having to speak negatively about his competitor.
Right.
He could show the difference without slamming them.
Yes.
And I think that's where I see so many of our colleagues make that mistake. And it doesn't really paint you in a good light to be belittling someone else in your market or someone else that offers something similar.
Correct.
If you really are as good as you say you are, then you don't need to put someone else down.
No, you don't.
So I think that was another, I think, important.
It's important. So from that standpoint, again, within an hour's time, I finally had found my resource. I had made the decision that when I was going to go with this, when I was starting to pull the trigger, I was going to go with this guy. And frankly, it was because he got back to me within 3 minutes. He cared enough to follow up. Even if it was out of his own curiosity, I don't care.
He followed through with you.
Exactly. Because he followed through with me after he followed up on the information I gave him. And that's the difference. And that's what earned him almost a $3,000 sale in an hour, which is great. I mean, I'm happy. I got one more thing off my to-do list checked off.
Nice.
I've got something of quality that I know is going to save me time and money and headache down the road. And it's going to end up being a win-win all the way around, I think. And that's important. So when it comes to sales and this kind of thing, customer service rules, empathize with your client, make sure you can explain the differences in the quality you provide versus what else is out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't just follow up, but follow through.
Good lessons, good reminders for all of us. I always look forward to this segment when we take turns sharing something personal. But it's really fun, especially with all of the sales training that we do together, to hear you analyze a sales situation from your point of view and see what it takes to really sell successfully to a successful salesman.
Exactly. It was really well done. Richard earned his sale today, and it was good to hear from him. So
awesome.
Thanks so much for watching Creating Connections podcast. I'm Mitch Taylor.
And I'm Vickie Musni.
We provide personal solutions through understanding people. We'll see you next time.
Have a great week.
Thank you for listening to the Creating Connections podcast with Gittimer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor and Certified Personality Trainer Vickie Musni. For more information on providing personal solutions through understanding people better, visit creatingconnections.biz.